homies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens, then watching them sprout and harvest. The greatest was always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like wedding rings. Whole lot of globetrotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like N10. All that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never flop. I give it all, they won't be rocked, I never blow. I give it all, whoa. What you say, my man? Give it all, whoa. Hey, give it all, whoa. Yeah, stand tall, give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply to your addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Nah, dimension of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, it's clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Sandman, I can tap dance dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
toast to the N10 tonight. Bundle up, get some hot cocoa, relax on the couch, and enjoy Upper Sandusky and Mohawk live and free next.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside the Spherion Mid-Ohio pre-game show for this N10 contest from Upper Sandusky, Ohio, where the Rams look to stay hot and knock off the Warriors, and the Warriors are trying to play spoiler and prevent them from a weekend sweep. I am Josh Banks alongside my colleague Mark Bollinger, and Mark, this should be a great one here tonight.
Well, I'm really excited to see these two teams go at it. Both of them contenders for N10 title this year. A big game here pre-Christmas for these two squads.
Hey, first day of Christmas break for most of these kids. They finished out their school day. Now you're coming out here to play basketball on a Friday night. You can't ask for much more.
It's a great time of year.
All right, Mark, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Mohawk, who had a late start to their season, had a nice little run in the OHSAA football playoffs. They are led by head coach Paul Dunn. They come in at 3-0, averaging 57 points a game. They're only giving up 29, shooting 58% from 2, and how about 38% from the land of 3?
Well, they have been filling it up early. And, you know, when you look at teams that get a late start traditionally due to extended runs in the football playoffs, a lot of people say, oh, you feel bad for that basketball coach. And while that may be true, you may be getting those guys a little bit late, it's that winning mentality, that culture. Winning breeds winning, success on the gridiron, and so far it's carried over here onto the hardwood.
And I tell you what, a lot of that is based on this young man we're going to look at. And I tell you what, when you see his numbers, they're kind of going to pop off at you. He's having a great year. It's going to be senior Boomer Cleveland. How about 15.5 points per game, 4 assists, and he leads the N10 at 4.5 steals per game.
Well, what you love about a guy like Boomer is not only can he score, but he's also giving the ball up, getting other people involved, and he's getting it done on the defensive end. When you're out there in passing lanes and you're getting 4.5 steals per game, you're not only creating offense for yourself, but for your teammates. He is going to be a huge, huge story tonight if Mohawk is going to be able to pull this out and get the W.
And how about he shoots 71% from the floor? You can't ask for much more.
Not too bad.
But on the flip side of things, these Upper Sandusky Rams are no joke. They are led by head coach Jeff Winslow, 5-1 overall, 3-1, 2-1 in the N10, and they're looking to stay red hot after a devastating home loss to Colonel Crawford. They're averaging 58 points per game, allowing 45, so they're outscoring their opponents by double figures as well, but a huge shooting difference. They're shooting 46% from 2 and only 27% from the land of 3.
And that right there epitomizes why this game is so important. Mohawk undefeated, Upper Sandusky with the early season loss at home against Colonel Crawford. They already have that one conference loss. We're not sure how this is going to shake out, but if you're one of those teams at the top, you can't afford to get to your second league loss this early in the year, because you lose 2, you may not have any more room for error. You lose 1, you may not have any more room for error. This is critical tonight.
Well, and how about not just if Mohawk can pull off the win on the road here, but it would be Upper's second loss in the league at home. So now you're going to have to go to Colonel Crawford. We were talking about what it's like to go play at Mac Morrison before we came on the air. It might be the toughest school in the area, other than maybe the Cub Cave, to go play in. And then you're going to have to go to Mohawk and win as well if you want to compete. This is a must-win, in my opinion, for Upper Sandusky.
Well, as a coach, the one thing you always talked about was winning at home, and especially in the league, the goal was go undefeated in the league at home. That's already out the window with the close 44-42 loss to Colonel Crawford. You can't afford a second home loss if you're going to be an N10 champion.
Well, and here tonight, it's going to be all on the shoulders of this senior as well. 2 guards we're spotlighting tonight. Justin Heilman leads the team in points per game. He also averages 7 rebounds, and how about almost 4 assists? He is the engine that makes this Upper Sandusky Rams team go.
Well, he is definitely getting it done. He said almost 15 points a game, getting some work done on the glass, and also distributing the basketball. But last night, he had a lot of help. In the win over Ontario, 4 Rams in double figures. They're going to need that kind of balance tonight to get this home win.
Yeah, Cayman Isles goes for 19 last night. Justin and Josh go for 16 apiece. Brock Montgomery goes for 11, and Luke Schoenberger, a sophomore, mind you, goes for 9. 5 starters score all 71 points for Upper Sandusky last night. You can get 70 out of your starting 5. You got to be happy if you're Coach Winslow.
Well, and you have to be happy with the way that things went on the offensive side. Now, one thing I know that they did not like about last night, and they're going to need to make sure they do a better job of tonight, is taking care of the basketball. I think last night they had 17 turnovers in that win over Ontario. Clean it up a little bit. You know, every time you turn the ball over, that's another possession that you are not getting a chance to score. So we'll see if Upper can take a little bit better care of the basketball tonight and get themselves a few more good looks.
We got about 70 seconds to tip. Let's take a look at some keys to victory, Mark, from Mohawk. I think that for them to win tonight, they're going to have to win the rebounding war, and they're going to have to win in the paint.
Well, rebounding is going to be so critical. When you're shooting and you're struggling a little bit like you highlighted Upper Sandusky was, you can't allow a team like that to get second chance opportunities. So for Mohawk, can it be one and done on the defensive end? Upper gets one shot, if it goes in, so be it, but if they miss it, clean it up. Don't let them get second chance points.
And on the flip side, for the home Upper Sandusky Rams, hey, protect the mountaintop, protect your home floor. You already lost once here. You don't want to lose again. And then we watched last night, I watched the game last night from home against Ontario, and one thing they did really well was they broke Ontario's press extremely effectively, and they pushed the pace.
Well, again, it goes back to you have senior guards who you are depending on to know how to play the game. You want to get out and get after it, use some of that athleticism. And we're talking about senior guards. This is a senior-dominated game tonight. You look at Mohawk's squad, you pointed out, on their roster, all you saw were seniors.
Yeah. I spoke with Coach Dunn just a few moments ago, and he said, hey, we got 10 seniors. The first 3 games, we ran with 10 guys in our lineup. They brought up a sophomore from the JV squad to get some varsity time tonight. That's because you can never have enough size in high school basketball. But we're going to throw it down to the court. They're going to go over student leadership, the expectations of the game, and then a national anthem.
officials, coaches, participants, administrators, authority figures, and our fellow fans.
Don't forget, today's game is for the students participating. It's not a place where insulting or unsportsmanlike language is tolerated. The same goes for the student sections. And parents, be a parent of which your student can be proud. Again, thank you for being here, and let's remember to respect the game.
Thank you so much, guys. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials this evening are Jeff Milkerick, Michael Keebler, and James Keebler. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if able and remove your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom, both at home and abroad. And now, please join in the singing and playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, performed by the Upper Sandusky High School Pep Band.
A great job, as always, by the Upper Sandusky Pep Band here inside the mountaintop. We're going to meet both squads. Mark, let you and I go ahead and meet both lineups. If you don't mind, I'll let you take Uppers, and I will do Mohawk. So the starters for the visiting Mohawk Warriors: senior number 0, Kane Heyman; senior number 1, Ben Bogner; senior number 3, our player spotlight tonight, Boomer Cleveland; senior number 10, Hunter Haynes; and senior number 32, the big man, 6'7" on the roster, Connor Flood.
And the starters for Jeff Winslow and the Upper Sandusky Rams: at guard, a senior number 4, Justin Heilman. Also at guard, another senior, number 11, 6'1", Brock Montgomery. 6'3" guard, 6'3" guard, junior Josh Heilman, number 20, 6'6", number 25, Cayman Isles, and number 31, 6'2" forward, the sophomore, Luke Schoenberger.
3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore for Upper, and 5 seniors for Mohawk. You don't see it very much nowadays. It's not very often you see a team where they're this senior dominant. Upper's got a lot. Upper's got 4 on their roster. Mohawk's got 10. How much of that can play into a game like this when you're on the road in an early season critical contest?
Well, I think the big part of having that many seniors is if you get off to a slow start, you should have guys coming off the bench that are experienced and have been through the rigors of a season. So if you struggle, you should be able to go to a bench and find guys that have been through it, know how to play. A little bit more maybe calming influence than coming off the bench with a younger kind of player. we'll see what happens tonight if they need that spark off the bench.
Well, and one thing, too, you'll notice with Upper, they have a freshman that gets a lot of playing time. Jacob Romick sees the floor often for them. It'll be interesting to see. He handled the ball well against Crawford in pressure, but you look at the size of this Mohawk lineup. The smallest guy on the floor is 5'10" Ben Bogner. Other than that, they're 6'7", 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot. They're big, they're tall, and every one of these kids was a part of that football run, and now they're looking to bring it to the hardwood.
So they have a lot of confidence coming in here tonight, and I think, coming out here for the tip, both teams understand the importance of this early season N10 matchup. We've talked a lot. We're now ready to go to the floor and to tip it off, and let's see how it goes tonight.
Hey, out of the Spherion Mid-Ohio pregame show, time for action. Isles and Flood. Isles wins it. Justin Heilman now with it for Upper Sandusky. To Isles on the wing. They're going to be content. They're going to get to Montgomery in the post. Tries to spin inside. Nothing doing. Brock's going to just go up and finish through him.
Well, first possession, they went to Montgomery on an ISO on the left block. Ball fake, step through, got it to go. Good start there for Upper. One possession, they put 2 on the board.
Bish with it now. He's going to try to go coast to coast. He's going to get fouled. That's going to go against, I want to say Josh Heilman, but we'll wait for the official.
It looked like it was Josh Heilman.
It was
a little bit too low in the gap. Get a little bit higher in that gap. Don't let that driver get all the way downhill. Because he was low in the gap, by the time he was able to slide over, it's too late. Had to commit the foul.
And it's almost, that's what Mohawk wants to do. They want to get to the lane. They do shoot it effectively from deep, but that's on very few attempts, as Bish unable to knock down the first. Free throws are going to be critical in tonight's game.
Right, in that first set, they ran a backside double, tried to get an isolation drive. They got it, were able to get the foul, and they capitalized and get 1 on the possession.
Bish splits the pair. Heilman looking to push. They're already across half court. They're going to move quick. Montgomery with it now. Thought about it. I think he had Isles on that slip. Didn't get it to him. High elbow. Great backdoor cut by Justin Heilman. Unable to find him. Turnover.
But you saw it back screen into cross screen. The action was there. Just wasn't the right play as far as the pass. Didn't execute.
Great move. Kane Heyman's got 2. And that was just a pretty move by Kane.
Yeah, good left there by Heyman. He's able to get deep in on the drive, get it up. Early lead here for Mohawk.
3-2, early lead. Isles with it now. Oh, Montgomery with a great backdoor cut. Isles didn't get it to him. Justin Heilman with it now. He's going to look to go all the way inside. Little turnaround jumper blocked. Caleb Bish. Montgomery gets it back. He's going to get fouled. That's going to go on the big man, Connor Flood. Gets it back. And that's a great job there by Montgomery, just fighting for the offensive rebound. He's the smaller guy in there. He gets it, and now he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Montgomery was just doing work on the offensive glass, sitting on that backside block, able to get position, rebound, draw the foul, steps to the line, comes up short.
Just misses that one. 72% to start the young season for Montgomery from the stripe. 0 for 2 here. Flood with the board, gets it to Bish. Heyman, pull up 3. No good. Upper's going to look to get into transition. Heilman thought about the pull up. Isles.
Getting high post entry, backside screening action.
Josh Heilman, he's been shooting lights out. Can't get that one to go. Bish now going to get into the set for Mohawk.
Again,
to that right side.
Trying to isolate that right side of the floor. Drive and score, drive and pitch.
Great shot, great feed. Connor Flood's got himself 2, and that's just great ball movement by Mohawk.
Really nice job by Flood. He read the dribble. He saw the dribble was going low, so he rotates high into the paint, gets about that volleyball line, wide open, catch, little 4-footer. 5-2 Mohawk.
Isles with it now. Hasn't got a touch down low yet. He's got a mismatch right now. Heilman instead is going to hoist. Can't knock it down. And that's one of those situations where you had a mismatch down low when this switch happened with Isles and Heyman. They tried to switch back. They didn't see it. It's kind of a forced shot there by Josh Heilman.
I would think Upper's coaching staff noted that, and we'll come back to it. That side ball screen, Mohawk was wanting to switch it, so they went ahead and switched it. That gave them the mismatch, whether they throw it to the post or Montgomery pulls it out and drives it on the bigger flood.
Kane Heyman can't finish at the hoop. Isles going to get the rebound. Going to get out quick. Heilman gets it across the timeline. Montgomery. Out high with it. Gets it to Justin. A lot of ball screen action. Again, they had the roll. They didn't see it. As Romick on the floor already for Josh Heilman. I didn't even see Jacob had checked into the ball game. The freshman getting some early minutes. Schoenberger.
Good pressure by Haynes. Really getting up into Schoenberger, daring him to put it on the floor and try to blow by him.
Heyman now on the freshman. Montgomery with it. Got the only 2 points here so far for Upper. He's going to get a screen from Isles, and they're going to call a foul there. That should go on Ben Bogner. It will. That's his first team second, and that's really good. I mean, just a lot of action going on, a lot of ball screens, that's really a lot of movement. Upper has to start to see that roll, though, because there's been 3 or 4 ball screens they've set where that roll's been wide open.
And that's where you watch games and you see teams run actions, but do they run actions with an understanding of the purpose of it? You're running that ball screen. When they get that switch, what are we going to do? Are we going to take advantage of it? Look for Upper to talk about that and say, this is how they're going to play it. This is how we want to attack it.
Wants another one. He had Isles again. He's posting up. Look at to give it to him. Schoenberger, nothing. Schoenberger much bigger down low. Great move, but Connor Flood comes over, gets the block. Isles. Again, there's Connor Flood, that 6'7" frame. Heilman's going to float and score. But Connor Flood at 6'7" is just a big guy down there, down low.
Big guy who went on the glass there and was able to get some extra opportunity. Upper made it pay off.
Bish with it. We're going to have a foul on Schoenberger.
Yeah, just a little late getting there. Tried to draw the charge, but didn't get his hips turned.
We're going to have a foul on
You don't square him up. It makes it really easy for the official to call that block.
Schoenberg picks up his first team second. Heyman catch, thought about shooting it. Instead, he's going to hand it off in the corner. 3 balls up, rattles in and out, but there's Flood again. That 6'7" frame gets him another opportunity. Gets him another one, and this foul is going to be on Isles. And this is just Connor Flood outworking everybody. Two second chance opportunities for the Warriors because of his size and effort there down low.
Well, the first one he realized he couldn't get it without committing the foul, so he just tipped it instead of trying to grab it. Second one, he was able to secure it, go back up, draw the foul, and he makes it pay off. Makes the free throw.
Nice little touch there from Connor Flood from the charity stripe. He's only shot 4 in 3 games, 50%. Second one. Those both look pretty smooth to me, Mark.
Look good.
7-4 Mohawk.
Well, that last possession, I was really noticing when Upper was screening away, the guy coming off the screen was not using the screen. They're given a lot of space, not coming tight off that curl. Makes it easier to guard. See if Upper can kind of clean it up a little bit here. They're running good stuff. It's just not executing at the level they need to right now.
Yeah, we're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Mohawk. It'll be on number 10. That's Haynes.
Yeah, hold away from the ball.
Trying to play that. Upper girls run a very similar action. A lot of corner-to-corner action running. Draws a lot of fouls. Montgomery gets it into Isles. Heilman. Brock thought about it. Nothing doing, Josh. I'd love to see Kamen catch it more down on the block instead of that high elbow.
Yeah, that mid-post to high elbow is a tough area unless you're almost like a stretch 4 kind of player where you can catch face and do something with it.
Now he's going to get in a better position. He's going to look to spin left, uses his strong body, but
stretch 4
Connor Flood
catch face and do something
just
with it.
textbook defense.
Well, he got himself below the free throw line. I thought he was going to go inside shoulder to the middle. Instead, he came back right into Flood, and Flood blocked it. and Upper runs America's play again. Corner entry.
He's going to look to get that left side again.
Flood just doing a real good job of chesting him off.
Flood playing great defense on Isles, and it's 7-4 Mohawk. That one's poked away. It'll be Upper Sandusky basketball. Just kind of unable to handle it with Caleb Bish. It'll be Upper Sandusky basketball.
It looked like Bish had a wide open drive down the lane. Just a little careless at the end.
Heilman with it for Upper. Justin, our player spotlight tonight. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Isles, left wing.
Down screen, back screen. Again, trying to get Isles isolated with position deep into the post.
Came up to try to set one. Justin kind of went a little early. He's going to get called for a travel. Absolutely, he did. One too many steps, as you'll see it here on our Scout Construction replay. One too many steps there by Justin Heilman, and it's one of those things he panicked. Caught it. He had nobody open, so he tried to create for himself.
High school players sometimes have a hard time realizing that 5-second count is a long count. Don't panic. Take a big breath. You'll get to it.
Cleveland kicks it to the corner. Nothing doing. Isles battled for that rebound. Came away with it. Justin Heilman, Isles. Stolen away, a lackadaisical pass there by Josh Heilman. Ends up in the hands of Cleveland. Great feed down low. And no good. Second effort, no good. Third effort, no good. Flood gets it on the fourth try.
Well, it hurts the shooting percentage, but it sure as heck helps the rebounding average.
And that's going to equate to a timeout. Effort, no good. Flood as you see the bucket there by Connor Flood. He's got 6 quick ones here. It's 9-4 Mohawk early.
Well, Mohawk's dominating on the glass right now. 9 rebounds already here in the first quarter.
Offensive rebounds. We seen a possession ago. Flood had the tip out, missed shot, gets the offensive rebound, gets fouled. There, I think he had 3 of them just on that one possession. That's 5 offensive rebounds for the big fella in the last 2 possessions.
And forget the scoreboard and the stat sheet. It's just demoralizing as a defense when you get a stop, you get a missed shot, but you can't finish a possession with a defensive rebound, and you've got to go back out there and a lot of times sit and guard for 20 more seconds. It's demoralizing. It's hard to do.
It really is one of those things where Upper is struggling to find their offensive rhythm, and when you're giving up the offensive rebounds on the other end of things, it makes it even more difficult to get into your flow.
Well, I'd really like to see Upper here run something to get something, an easy look, exactly what they want with someone catching the ball where they want it.
They're going to call Isles for 3. I don't know that he was actually in the key.
I think his right foot, his pivot foot was in the lane, it looked like. But 5th turnover of the quarter here for Upper Sandusky. But in a situation like this, the team comes out and you're struggling offensively, not getting the shots you want, shots aren't dropping. Again, go to your playbook. What's one of your easiest or best sets that you can run just to run exactly what you want so you can get something easy, get some points on the board, and get a little bit of confidence.
Cleveland, Connor Flood throws it down. How about the assist?
Beautiful feed, alley-oop time. Throw it down, big fella.
Montgomery with it now, 11-4. David Gibson's checked into the game. Josh Heilman, step through, floater, no good. Flood's got the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on Gibson as we're going to take a look at that alley-oop again. Great. Connor Flood throws from Caleb Bish to the big fella. And he went up with ease to throw that one down. 14.7 left here in the first quarter, 11-4 Mohawk, and they're going to have the last shot as well.
Yeah, you'd think they'd hold it here for the last one.
They were looking for the exact same action. Cleveland with it. Tried to get to Bish. Almost taken away again. Gets it to Bish, this time in the corner. Left all alone. It does not fall. After 1, your score, Mohawk 11, Upper Sandusky 4. We'll be back for the second quarter after this timeout.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
Josh Banks alongside Mark Bollinger back inside the mountaintop for what's been a really well-run quarter by Mohawk.
Well, they started it on the defensive end. Great job of just making Upper Sandusky work for every single shot that they were going to get. Upper just able to put 2 field goals in on 8 attempts for the quarter. And now we're going to see Upper trying to change. 1-3-1 zone, see if they can create some offense out of their defense, get something easy.
Heyman, though, if he's going to be able to do that, I don't know how you're going to stop Mohawk tonight.
Instead, Heyman says, I'll step into the gap in the zone. You're not going to guard me. I'll bury the 3.
Looking to get Montgomery in the post. Nothing doing.
Well, he was successful in that first play of the game down there. Trying to go back to it.
Hard. Isles. Schoenberger's definitely got a mismatch right here. He's going to look. Great move by Luke Schoenberger on the scoreboard, and that was just a great move by the sophomore.
Real nice job by Luke there. Good footwork led to the score.
14-6 Mohawk. They're going to look to trap. Gets it down to Flood. Cleveland pull-up jumper, no good. One of the first stops in several possessions for Upper Sandusky. Isles with it, gets it to Josh Heilman. Again, Schoenberger wants it. I definitely feel like he has the mismatch right now.
Yeah, and they ran a cross screen to see if they get him isolated again. Instead, Upper staying open post on offense.
Justin with it now, high post.
Schoenberger may run a hard cut, 45 cut to the basket and stay in post.
Great move there by Justin Heilman, just unable to convert. They've had plenty of looks, just can't get them to fall. But that one doesn't fall either. Montgomery yanks it out of the air. Again, he's got the mismatch down low, does Schoenberger. Isles trying to drive, poked away, ends up in the hands of Mohawk, and Coach Paul Dunn is going to get the timeout. In this second quarter, 14-6, so we've got a 3 by Heyman, a layup by Schoenberger. And it's really interesting to me, you were talking about at the end of the first running your best set to kind of get a basket. I feel like they come out, you get the mismatch down low on the block with Schoenberger, you feed that, he gets an easy layup, and now the last 2 times down the floor he hasn't touched the ball.
Yeah, and that could be just a simple thing where Upper Sandusky is just running regular offense and just happened that the ball didn't get to him. But as a player for Upper, you hope that some of these guys who are upperclassmen would start to recognize, hey, we've got Schoenberger on the block. We threw it to him. He had a mismatch. He went to work, got us a basket. Let's find him again. You know, it's sort of like football where you run it till they stop you.
Yep.
Same kind of thing on offense and basketball. If you've got the mismatch you want, go with it until they stop you. Make them adjust to you.
Upper looking to get that trap. Step back 3, no good. Montgomery's going to soar for that rebound. Brings it up the floor.
We're starting to see a little bit of change in momentum here.
As he's got great feed to Isles. Great turnaround, left hand, no good. Cleveland with it. Oh, he had the cut, didn't see it in time. Instead, tipped away.
Upper starting to pick up the defensive pressure.
Almost thrown away as maybe a little bit too much extra passing there from Heyman.
Well, yeah, he got himself in a bad situation. Hard baseline drive, a little out of control, and then left his feet. Not a lot of places for that ball to go in that situation.
Cleveland inbounds it to Flood. Up top, that's Heyman. There's Boomer Cleveland. hasn't had to do much yet offensively because Kane Heyman, another one.
He's got his feet set. He's going to catch and shoot it.
Montgomery with it
Knocked
now.
down a couple of them.
Upper needs to see something go through the rim. And that's going to be a turnover. Good set run. Had him on the cut. And that's going to be a turnover. Didn't catch it first. And it's a turnover.
Just little things like squaring your shoulders on a cut, getting that front shoulder past the defender's shoulder. Just little things that lead to a shot attempt instead of a turnover.
Heyman with it, gets it in the corner. Floater, no good. Way long on the floater.
Help was just late getting there. Had the open floater, but missed everything.
Bogner misses everything. Justin Heilman's going to step through. Can't do nothing, and that's just the length of Connor Flood that affected that shot. Boomer Cleveland's going to kick it to the corner, and that's another three-ball attempt in. That one's good. Kane Heyman's got that hot hand, and that's going to cause Winslow to take another timeout as it's an 8-2 start to the second quarter for the Mohawk Warriors.
And if you're Coach Winslow, you absolutely understand, or I absolutely understand him calling the timeout. He's had 3 wide open threes. Not one of them have been contested. There hasn't even really been a closeout. So at this level, if you give a shooter time to set his feet and you don't close up or close out, he's going to knock that down. And he's knocked down 3 of them.
His very first shot of the night in the second quarter, they went to that 1-3-1. They didn't collapse on him at the top of the key. He stepped into it, and it was pure. He's made 3 of his last 4. And it's been lack of, I don't want to say effort, but I feel like on the defensive side, there's no focus for Upper.
Lack of focus.
You're on night 2 of a back-to-back. We know at this level those are difficult to play. But, again, we talked about it in the pregame. This is an important conference game for Upper Sandusky. You cannot afford to lose this game. And now if you're Coach Winslow, now you got to start thinking about, hey, we really need to try to get this to within, 10, maybe less before halftime, or we're really going to be in trouble.
Well, I think you make it into something even smaller than that is you start isolating possessions. Fellas, we can't worry about what the score is. We just have to run something good here and execute on offense and get the look we want. Next trip on the defensive end, get a stop by contesting a shot. No more open shooters for the Warriors.
Going to get it to Isles down low, turns over the left shoulder. Flood is just as long as Isles.
He has been so good tonight defensively.
Boomer Cleveland has it now for Mohawk. Crossover right, kicks it in the corner. Heyman, he carried it. That's a good call. As you'll see, kind of got underneath it as he was trying to come back across. Not something that's called consistently.
I'm just shaking my head because I'm not saying he didn't carry it, but I watch kids today who use a hesitation dribble, and their hezi isn't hand on top of the ball, the pure hezi.
Under it.
It's under it. It's scooping it. It's turning it over. Gives them every advantage in the world over the defender. Then they don't call it, but then they call something like that.
Romick back into the floor. There you go down to Schoenberger. Isles off of the floor, though, which means now Schoenberger is going to have to deal with Flood on him. Stolen away. Boomer Cleveland, coast to coast. 2 points.
Well, 8th turnover for Upper Sandusky. That time the turnover results in a quick 2.
And Schoenberger travels.
Wheels are just falling off here in the second quarter
2
for
points.
Upper Sandusky. Well, 8th turnover for Upper Sandusky. We are over halfway through the second quarter. Results in a quick 2.
And Schoenberger travels. Cleveland with it. Gets it to Heyman. Bogner throws it into Flood, and he's going to get fouled. With Cayman Isles not on the floor, Connor Flood is going to have a field day in the post.
Great job of recognizing the matchup. As soon as they recognized that they had that, Flood went to the post. Upper helped, but it was late getting there, caused the foul.
Flood's going to catch it up high. He's going to catch it down low now. Gets it to Heyman. Up top, Cleveland. He'll hoist one. In and out. But again, just effort. Effort, effort, effort. Mohawk, right now, the game of basketball is won and lost by 50-50 balls and rebounds. and Mohawk has dominated those two areas so far here in the first half.
Yeah, Mohawk's just been doing the work. So many of those plays that don't show up in a stat sheet or don't get talked about in the media or whatever else, those are the plays you need to make to win championships.
As Caleb Bish checks in, replacing Bogner. Montgomery looks to get all the way inside. Great move. They're going to call that foul. That could have went either way there, as you'll see here on the replay. Montgomery might have got away with an extra step. Could have went
yeah,
either way.
I thought they were going
there.
to maybe call the travel, but instead Montgomery will get back to the free throw line. He went 0 of 2 from the line earlier.
And that's a big foul. I know it's only the second quarter. There's 2:51 left, but that's Flood's second. Montgomery able to knock down that one. As now you're small if you're Mohawk.
But with Isles, well, you're going to see upper counter.
Yeah, Isles right back on the floor. Montgomery knocks them both down. Kamen will come back on the floor, replacing Schoenberger. And now I look to see them look to him.
Basketball is such a game of matchups, a game within the game. Great job by the upper coaching staff recognizing Flood getting a second. Mohawk didn't want to risk it, so they come right back. Try to go inside to the 6-7 probably.
Boomer's got it in the corner. Yep, that's a travel.
Well, and that was Isles simply helping over. Great job of rotating to the baseline, cut off the drive, caused the turnover.
Well, and again, with Flood not on the floor, Isles can give that extra help. When you've got Flood on the floor, you can't really help off of him.
And Mohawk being a little bit smaller now without Flood, changed defenses. They now go to the 1-3-1, almost get the turnover.
Isles, Heilman, Montgomery's open in the corner, catch and shoot. 3-ball, Brock Montgomery, and now it's 10.
They needed that.
Cleveland with it for Mohawk. Goes left side. Great defense by Heilman. Catch and shoot. Pull up. How about that shot? That's Hunter Haynes. Nice. And that's a really nice shot.
Nice turnaround there. And
I'm going to call a travel.
Nice turnaround there. Upper tried to push the ball in transition. Maybe a little
ball.
Called the travel. But interesting to see how as soon as Mohawk went to the smaller lineup, they changed defenses, went to that 1-3-1 to try to use their quickness, the trapping, try to change the nature of the game a little bit.
Number 21, Brady Hannum. No, number 21, Garrett Reinhardt on the floor.
Just a hand check out top.
I'll go on Romick. His first. Team second. 1:38 left here in the first half, and Mohawk still holds a 12-point advantage.
Real nice read to slip in that elevator screen.
Bish with it. Looks to get in the post. Haynes. Heyman all the way inside. Taken away. Isles ends up with it.
Yeah, a little indecision.
Josh.
Didn't know if he wanted to shoot it or give it up.
Now we're going to have a foul. That's going to go on Caleb Bish. That's his second. Might be his first. Looks like his first.
Our second team foul of the quarter. Real important here last minute or so for Upper Sandusky. Down 12, need to finish the half strong.
Montgomery looks to go inside. Kane Heyman just took it out of his hands.
Upper, Mohawk, again, just beating Upper to the spot. They realize where Upper's trying to go, and they just get there before Upper can make the move.
55 seconds and counting. Heyman thought about the step back, decided against it. Almost stolen away by Heilman. The step back. As that's great defense by Montgomery. Josh got a hand on it, couldn't control it. So Mohawk's going to retain possession with 47 seconds left.
Yeah, Josh thought he had a steal and a breakaway layup there, but just couldn't keep it in bounds. Good job of overplaying in the passing lane.
Romick. Cleveland's got it now for Mohawk.
Again, look for isolation, spread the floor.
Bish back to Cleveland.
You see
Boomer.
Upper really getting higher in the gap, but that leaves a corner shooter open.
And that left corner stands Hunter Haynes.
Well, now they clear Haynes out. But Heilman stays right there. And they get the turnover.
Big turnover. We got 19.4 seconds left here in the half. And if you're Upper, you got to get a bucket before half. Get this at 10, maybe 9 before half. Give yourself something positive going into halftime.
Well, but most importantly is you've got to get the last shot. Don't shoot it early. Don't turn it over and give Mohawk a chance to extend this lead. Get the last one. Worst case, you're going in down 12.
Justin Heilman floats, blocked. Oh, offensive foul. Justin Heilman floats, blocked. Oh, offensive foul. Great job there. And now you got 4.6 left. This is almost you want to catch it at about the Upper Sandusky logo here on this side. Give yourself enough dribbles to get to half court.
You have basically 4 dribbles. 4 seconds results in 4 dribbles. Plenty of time. Good look.
Unable to knock it down. Boomer Cleveland misses. 23-11 our halftime score. A dominant first half by the Warriors. We'll talk about it after this timeout.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
it's time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know.
Welcome inside the Spherion Mid-Ohio halftime show from the mountaintop. Josh Banks alongside Mark Bollinger in what was a Mohawk dominant first half, Mark.
Well, and it started on the defensive end. Mohawk was just absolutely outstanding, holding this Upper Sandusky squad to just 4 points in the first quarter, 11 points in the first half. Upper Sandusky from the field, 4 of 15. Great job there by the Mohawk defense, and they caused 12 turnovers.
Yeah, we're getting ready to look at the stats right now, and the stats really tell the tale of the tape here. 6 field goals for Mohawk, 3 threes, 13 boards, 5 turnovers, 5 fouls, 2 of 2 at the stripe. You just said yourself, Uppers knocked down 3 field goals, only 1 triple, 12 rebounds, 12 turnovers, 7 fouls, or 2 of 4 from the stripe. So the big dominating presence here on the score on your screen is 12 turnovers to 5. Well, that's your score difference.
Right, absolutely. And you know, for Upper Sandusky, you're only down 12. So in that regard, you have to be very happy because you're down 12. You shot 26% from the floor. You turned it over 12 times, and yet you're still in the ball game. That's the good news. The bad news is you shot 26%. You turned it over 12 times. You can't play that kind of a half again. You've got to come out and just play better.
And you've got to come out. You've got to run your trusted sets. You've got to do the things that you trust yourself to do. There were some situations there where we felt like, I think we both felt like they had a mismatch. Schoenberger down low. I never really felt like Connor Flood has played phenomenal defense on Cayman Isles in the first half. I never felt like Cayman had the advantage. But Schoenberger gets 1 touch in the post, a nice little drop step layup, and then he doesn't touch it again. You keep trying to feed Cayman, and I understand that Cayman is a phenomenal basketball player. Cayman does the right things. But when you have a mismatch, you can't keep going back to what's not working.
Well, I think the adjustment that you'll see is because of Isles' ability to score and close, but Flood's ability to guard him so far tonight, Upper Sandusky's going to probably run some actions where they're going to run some cross screens in the post, some back screens where Isles is on the perimeter on the three-point line. Someone else will run a cut, then they'll back screen to try to force the switch. But again, that goes back to execution, because no matter how Coach Winslow draws it up, if you don't set a good back screen, if Isles doesn't use the screen properly, you're not going to force that switch. So you have to execute the sets you're running to create those switches, and then you can get Isles on the block with somebody else and let him go to work. It all comes back to execution.
It all comes back to execution and trusting what's drawn up for you. I feel like, yes, they run a lot of motion. They run a lot of action. They're not trusting what they know. They're not trusting what's worked for them in these first 6 games. They're playing Mohawk basketball instead of playing Upper Sandusky basketball.
Well, I go back to a phrase that I used all the time when I coached, and it was, do it with a purpose. If we are running a set and your job is to run a cut from the weak side wing to the strong side corner, don't just jog from the weak side wing to the strong side corner. Do it with a purpose. What is your purpose in the play? Well, my purpose in the play is to run that cut to take my defender out of the play and maybe draw another helper over, even if it moves him a step, just to do that. What is the purpose? Run it with a purpose. Don't just exchange and go spot to spot. We'll see if Upper can clean that up a little bit here in the second half.
So we got about 10 seconds left here. I'm going to pick your brain real quick. Obviously, we know for Upper to be able to battle back here and have a shot at this one, the big key is cut down the turnovers. What's it going to take for Mohawk to be able to keep up the pace that they had offensively and defensively, sustain this lead, and come away with a huge road win?
Well, I think for Mohawk, you're going to see a lot of the same, where they're just going to try to really take care of the basketball, get the shots they want, limit the ability for Upper Sandusky to go on a run.
Early turnover by Mohawk, though. Montgomery, maybe he just goes up and finishes that himself. I mean, I love the idea of the pass, but I feel like he had the layup. Maybe he just goes up and finishes that himself.
That was just Montgomery, unfortunately, being a little too unselfish. Great credit to the kid. He was looking to make the extra pass, but just take it a little bit further and finish it.
Boomer gets it, feeds it. Heyman, nothing doing on that one. But again, there's Flood. It didn't end up in an offensive rebound, but the second effort, he got his hand on the ball.
But for Upper, 2 possessions for Mohawk, 2 stops.
They're going to feed it down low to Isles.
Just right
to go
there's
to work.
bad
Great
spacing.
bodied, and just, it's great defense. Connor Flood is doing a great job of, like you said, he's chesting up Isles. He's not giving him that left hand, which is what Kamen wants to go to.
In that situation, though, Kamen catches it. He catches it in a great spot, but Schoenberger was a step away from him. You had 4 players in a 2-foot area. Just, again, a lack of execution.
Justin Heilman looks to get inside, spins, nothing doing. Back out to Montgomery.
Upper's defended the dribble drive Mohawks defended Upper's dribble drive so well tonight.
And unfortunately, Upper hasn't been able to knock down the 3 ball at a consistent rate to force them to kind of come out and guard.
Yeah, and Mohawk's not over-helping. They're doing a good job of just playing them one-on-one, being strong.
And there's just Kane Heyman again. Not only is he having an offensive night, but he's doing a great job defensively.
14th turnover for the Rams.
To Flood, great backdoor cut. Flood found Haynes, just a little bit too far on the pass.
They ran the
Flood
double.
Found Haynes, just
great idea, but when there's a double and you run that cut, that ball has to be diagonal skip to the opposite wing right away. The cutter's not going to be open. You've got to go diagonal skip, let that 3 ball fly from the opposite wing.
Justin Heilman gets it to Josh. Josh scoreless in that first half of action, one of their leading scorers. Montgomery, Schoenberger, and there's Connor Flood again. Just the defense by Connor Flood tonight. He has had an outstanding game.
He's dominated the game with his defense.
Looking to get it down low. Boomer Cleveland outside. Great feed.
One more, make the extra pass. You're going to get an open shooter.
And step through, we're going to shoot 2, as that'll be number 1. That's Ben Bogner. They go to the line to shoot 2, and that's just the extra help. The Rams are doing a good job of helping, but they're not helping soon enough.
And a lot of times that goes back to positioning, where you're just a step late because you're not high enough in the gap. You're not where you're supposed to be.
Bogner touches all of the rim, and that one does go in. Knocks down the first free throw, and it's 24-11.
Our first points of the half come 2 minutes and 14 seconds in.
Knocks down them both. The first one touches all of the rim. The second one barely touches the net.
It was pure.
Heilman to Isles. Romick on the floor. Justin catch and shoot 3 ball. They needed that one. Justin Heilman knocks down the triple.
What I liked about that is he caught it and shot it with confidence. Didn't overthink it. Just do what you do.
Cleveland hands it off. That's Heyman. Back to Boomer Cleveland. Quiet night offensively for Boomer.
Good job by Romich getting higher in the gap there. Eliminated that dribble drive.
Kane Heyman. I'll tell you what, I just said that Boomer Cleveland's had a kind of slow night offensively. He hasn't had to have a big night the way Kane Heyman's playing. Isles will hoist one. Not really his forte, and there's Flood just bigger. Gets the board. That foul's going to be on Josh Heilman, and that's just –
that was frustration, I think.
That's a frustration foul, and it's one of those things where you're not playing your best. You're not rotating well, as Heilman's going to come out for David Gibson. On the flip side of things, though, you've got Kane Heyman averaging 11.5. You've got Boomer Cleveland at 15.5. You've got Hunter Haynes at 15.5, and you've got Connor Flood at 13 for Mohawk per game. As Boomer Cleveland.
Well, again, there's a nice action. They ran that backside double, cleared out the helpers. He was able to go one-on-one and get it to go down.
Cayman, a good dribble drive there by Isles, unable to finish. And Cleveland's going to go coast to coast again. He's going to get fouled hard.
Nobody turned and stopped the basketball.
And Cleveland's going to go coast to coast. He's going to get fouled hard. No help.
Nobody turned it.
Isles gets turned around really late and just swats. Nothing doing. Boomer Cleveland's going to go to the line for 2. He's looking for points. Number 6 and 7. And you've got Kane Heyman right now with 14 for Mohawk. Flood's got 8. Cleveland's looking for number 7 right here. And he gets it.
Again, the body language tells the story. Hands on hips, the time for Upper. Just a little bit of frustration setting in. 31-14, Mohawk with the commanding lead.
Isles, that free throw line.
Flood really sitting on that left hand, knows he's always going to come back to that right shoulder.
And there it is again.
I mean, they just have him scouted. They know exactly what Isles is going to do.
Hunter Haynes with it. Good pump fake. We're going to have a foul on Heilman. It's going to be Josh's 3rd. And it's just the up fake, duck under, and no help.
Yeah,
the effort defensively has not been there tonight for Upper Sandusky.
Well, and that, especially for high school kids, it's really hard when things aren't going well offensively to not let it impact your defense. But that's what they're doing. You've got to pick it up even more so on the defensive end when you're struggling to score. Try to get some steals and layups. Get something going. There's your diagonal skip, wide open.
There it is. Boomer Cleveland 3-ball, and it's pure.
That's how you play it. They're going to run and double the post touch. Run the cutter, diagonal skip. If that's not there, you make the extra. They bury the 3, take the lead to 20.
And how about we go ahead and take another look at that one, Mark? You called it earlier. He skips. Boomer Cleveland's wide open. And it's one of those things where we talked about it beforehand. Going back to what works. Going back to what you're comfortable with. What's happening right now, though, I feel for Upper is you're running what you're comfortable with. They're just playing better defense than you are offense. They're taking away Cayman's left hand. He's not able to finish right now because you said it yourself. That last drive, Connor Flood sat on that left side.
Absolutely. He knows that eventually, no matter what move he shows him, he's eventually coming back to that right shoulder to his left hand.
That's where it's so important at any level to be able to finish with both hands.
And with post guys, we always taught, it's like, figure out what is going to be your move, your go-to. You get that go-to move down, but then you have to have the counter. So when they take the go-to move away, you always have the counter to get something easy.
Because it's one of those right now, they're overplaying that left hand so much. If he had any jump hook or anything in the lane with that right hand, it's a simple shoulder fake, and that right side's going to be wide open.
I really think Cayman could almost just catch face him and just go one power dribble and finish with his right. I think it's there. I think it's there. But again, give credit to the coaching staff. They've done a really good job of scouting this Upper team.
Justin Heilman with it, the lone bucket here in the 3rd for Upper Sandusky. Romick now. Back up top to Justin. Schoenberger, Romick. Again, just a lot of action here, a lot of motion.
But the motion's not creating separation.
Nope. Heilman's going to look to just go all the way. He's going to get grabbed. That's going to go on Hunter Haynes. That's his 2nd, team 1st. And you see the frustration building. It's 4 fouls to 1 here in the 3rd quarter, and most of those fouls we've already talked about. Those are frustration fouls.
Difference between moving and moving with a purpose.
as that's almost thrown away. Gibson was there to grab it for Upper. Heilman, Justin. They're going to call a foul.
Oh.
No shot.
No, he's going to give it to him.
They're going to give him the bucket.
Wow.
I
That
didn't
is
catch
NBA
that.
continuation.
I did not catch that one. I thought for sure that was going to be on the floor. So 2 more points for Justin Heilman, and he'll step to the line for 1. He's got all 5 here in the quarter for Upper Sandusky. Free throws up and in and out again around the rim, and it won't go in for Upper Sandusky. Boomer Cleveland now has it for Mohawk, who lead by 18.
Warriors run it again. Backside double action. 2-on-2 on the weak side.
Short. But again, the extra effort's there as Ben Bogner's almost able to save it as Isles and Heilman come back in for Upper Sandusky. So Upper's got starters back on the floor. And if you're Coach Winslow, you got to get this inside. Honestly, fourth quarter, you got to have it at 10 or less, I think, going into quarter number 4 to give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'm real curious to see here what Upper is going to do. They're going to run a 4-round 1 high post start to Schoenberger.
Montgomery catches left wing. Heilman gets all the way inside. He's going to shoot 2. Nice dribble drive there by Josh. Gets all the way inside. He's going to shoot 2. But it's one of those things, and you talked about the scouting. You talked about the being able to know what they're doing. I've seen Upper a couple times now this year. That double screen that they set there to get Heilman that shot at the top of the key has not been there tonight at all. As he knocks down the first.
I think it goes back to having a counter. If they're taking away the shooter off the double, it means they're probably switching it. So then the first screener just has to slip it, and you should be able to get something easy.
Misses a second. Upper also struggling from the line tonight.
Yeah, 3 of 7 on the night. Your Mohawk, be patient, get the shots you want. You don't want to shoot it early in a possession, take bad shots, and shoot Upper right back into this game. Take your time, move the ball.
Hayden Parker on the floor for Mohawk with the ball right now. Gets the count. Back to Heyman. Heyman, nice little move. He's been able to do what he wants here this evening. And that rebound by Connor Flood, he went over all 5 Rams to soar for that one. And they're going to knock down a shot.
Again, just don't stop the ball in transition. Able to get a wide open elbow jumper. Mohawk just beating Upper Sandusky up and down the court. And on top of it,
a foul on Isles.
Yeah, Flood was coming in for the backside rebound, was pushed as the ball was going through.
So now he's going to step to the line for 2.
Yeah, chance for a 4-point possession.
And it's just one of those things, if you're Upper Sandusky, you got to find something that gets you into a rhythm. We haven't seen them in an offensive rhythm at all through these first 2.5 quarters.
It's been a struggle tonight. You can see the frustration building. I would presume we're going to see Upper change some things here. You know, you're getting to a point where you're down 22 here late in the third. You have to extend the court, create something. Even if you give up layups off of, running and jumping, trapping, full court press, you've got to do something because this isn't going to get you back in the game.
As Flood was 2 of 4 coming into the night, he's 4 of 4 tonight.
Yeah, as a team, they're 8 of 8.
Romick with it for Upper, trailing by 23 points. Heilman gets inside, nothing doing. Montgomery's going to fight for the offensive board. It'll be a jump ball.
But I can't talk enough about how good Mohawk has been at not allowing the driver to turn his shoulders. On that one, same thing, right down the lane line, but at the end, he couldn't get his shoulders squared to get that easy kiss off the glass. It took him right out of bounds. It leaves it short. Just Mohawk, fabulous defense tonight on the dribble drive.
Gibson catches it in the corner for Upper. Wants to get it to Montgomery, and that's just great defense by Boomer Cleveland. We're going to have a foul. That's going to go on Heyman. Kane Heyman's going to pick up his first. 16 points, three Mohawk Warriors in double figures.
Yep, 4th team foul. So the next one, Upper Sandusky will step to the line and shoot.
Conversation going to happen here. Not sure
I think
what.
they told there's a question on who committed the foul. Coach Dunn disagreed with the player that the official reported to the scorers table as. They checked it, and the official stayed with it.
Hiles going to catch it in that corner. Try to get it down to Justin Heilman. Great move, but again, just the defense. Montgomery, an offensive board. Brock Montgomery's going to finish.
Great job by Montgomery. Stuck with it. Missed the first one, didn't give up on it.
Brock
Rebounded it, went back
finish.
up. Great job to go, and a chance for the three-point play.
Cut it to 20 with the freebie, Ken Montgomery. And he will. A 17-9 quarter.
Montgomery now with half the Rams' points, 10 of their 20.
And he's done a great job on both ends of the floor tonight. He really has.
Yeah, I mean, you look up there, and Montgomery has 10. Justin Heilman has 7. The rest of the Rams squad has 3 combined.
And there's the extra movement. Boomer Cleveland, one more pass. Bish in the corner. They're looking for that opening. Gets it to Kane Heyman. Nobody's going to step out. That is not the guy you want to leave open the way he's shooting it tonight. That one rattles out.
Yeah.
But nobody stepped out on him at all.
Upper was fortunate on that possession. They got away with one.
Isles back to Justin Heilman. Down inside to Kamen. He's going to look to get inside. He's going to go to that left hand again. Unable to finish. Connor Flood. Again, another great job defensively of, hey, I'm going to let you can have your left hand, but it's not going to be easy.
Well, Mohawk will have the ball to start the fourth. I think they get the last shot here and then get the first possession of the fourth quarter. Try to double it up.
Parker catches it for Mohawk.
High post wide open for Mohawk. Get it to the high post, and you've got a diagonal for the layup.
Heyman misses. But it was a 17-9 Mohawk quarter, and they lead by 20 after 3. We'll be back for money time after this commercial break.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
They been sleeping on me thinking.
Josh Banks alongside Mark Bollinger welcoming you back into the mountaintop for fourth quarter action, where it has been all Mohawk through quarters 1, 2, and 3. Be interesting to see what Coach Winslow kind of drew up there in between quarters. Hey, guys, we got to get a bucket. What can we do to get it?
Well, and it has to start here, though, with the stop. Upper, get a stop, and then try to get into something and get a score. There's the turnover.
He thought Flood was going to roll. He didn't go to the hoop. Heilman's got it now. Justin going to look to get all the way inside. But, again, cutting off the dribble drive, you said it yourself, Mohawk's done it phenomenally so far here this evening.
Well, and Upper has to understand there's not a lot of possessions left here. They got to speed it up. They can't hold the ball for long possessions, or they're just going to run out of time.
Isles trying to get it inside to Justin Heilman. Knocked away by Connor Flood, and this guy is just all over
Trying
the
to get
floor
it
tonight.
inside
To Justin Heilman. Knocked away by Connor Flood. Gets it into Isles in the corner. Gets it inside Heilman. Turnaround, floater. Again, they just can't. There's a lid on the basket.
That was a nice move in the post. Just ball wouldn't go down for him.
Boomer Cleveland gets it to Hunter Haynes. Haynes with 2 points tonight. Hasn't had to do anything, honestly.
Here comes the half-court trap.
And leaves a wide open triple. Ben Bogner's got his first 3 of the evening.
Well, you have to gamble a little bit when you're down 20 in the fourth, and the gamble didn't pay off there. Mohawk able to hit the 3, extend the lead.
Romick with it. Shoot. For me, you're down 23 with 6 minutes to go. You got to get shots up quicker than this. There's got to be a sense of urgency as that one's stolen away, poked away by Boomer Cleveland. That'll go as a steal for him. He leads the N10 in steals per game, and he's showing that tonight here as well.
16th turnover by the Rams.
Cleveland, he'll pull up. Nothing doing, but again, Connor Flood is the reason they still have possession.
Great backside look.
And
Reward
another one. Two-handed throwdown.
Well, just reward the big guy. He's doing the dirty work, keeping the possession alive. He kept it alive, and then he's able to finish it.
Josh Heilman's going to have an open look, and he's going to get one to go. They get an open look. They finally get one to fall. Is it too little, too late for Upper Sandusky?
Well, and again, Upper doesn't extend the court to the full court. They just drop back, try to sit down and get a half-court stop.
Hunter Haynes can't knock it down. But again, the second effort, Heyman is going to get his own rebound. Ends up in the hands of Justin Heilman. He's got Josh. A little bit of an overthrow, stolen away. Ends up in the hands of Bogner. And now Haynes just looking to get across the timeline.
Well, and that last shot was pretty quick for Mohawk.
And there's another one. Kane Heyman. And it's just ball movement. There's another one.
Wasn't off of a scramble where Upper was doubling. They weren't getting the rotation they wanted. That was just a simple one-on-one breakdown. Dribbler beat his defender. Helpers kind of slide over. They pitch it to the open shooter. Didn't make the effort to close out, and they get it to go for another wide open 3-ball. What a performance tonight by Mohawk. Just absolutely dominating tonight.
Well, and here's the debate that you and I have to have, Mark. We got about 5-ish minutes left in this contest, and we got to pick an MVP, sir. Kane Heyman's got 19 points on the evening. Connor Flood's got, I'm guessing, a double-double. He's got 12 points. So I'm going to guess the young man's got a double-double. And he's done a phenomenal job in the post against Isles. It's going to be an interesting conversation we're going to have. But I'm curious to see how this is going to finish out.
Well, it has to finish in a way that both the teams can get something out of this. There's 5 minutes to go. The outcome is probably decided, down 25. But for Upper Sandusky, do you fix some stuff? Do you work and get things right and go out of here with a little bit of a positive? And for Mohawk, close out the game the right way. You've played so well. Don't let it get sloppy in the last 5.
Schoenberger. Montgomery runs into Flood. Romick thought about it. Heilman instead of hoist. In and out. Schoenberger with a great effort. It'll stay with Upper.
I don't want to harp on it, but I'm going to say it again. That's the difference. You look at the last 2 possessions. Pass to an open shooter for Mohawk. No Upper Sandusky player makes the effort to jump, close out anything. Up 25 on the other end, Mohawk flies at the shooter, forces a miss. It's just the difference in the night tonight.
Montgomery will hoist one from deep. Nothing doing there. Flood's going to have himself another board. We're at 4:20 to go here in quarter number 4. Kane Heyman finds Flood. Step through, fall away, no call. Flood unable to finish.
Again, he just didn't go strong. Made a move there, but didn't go strong to the basket and elevate. A little flat-footed.
Justin Heilman with it.
When I think this, you watch Upper Sandusky, they move so much that if you are a team that really struggles to guard with 5 different guys, they're going to find the mismatch and drive it on you. Mohawk has just been outstanding tonight where they haven't had a weak link on the defensive end.
Mohawk hasn't had a mismatch yet. We've seen it once with Schoenberger down low, and it was taken advantage of. Josh Heilman's going to get this steal, take it coast to coast. He'll lay it up and in. Josh Heilman's got himself another bucket. He's up to 6 now on the evening. 23-point advantage. And then right back, Kane Heyman says, okay, you scored. I'm just going to beat my guy off the dribble, and I'm going to go score myself. Justin Heilman with it now. Montgomery. Schoenberger will hoist a 3 ball. Nothing doing. Ends up in the hands of Justin Heilman. He's done a really good job in the post. Feeds Schoenberger. He's unable to control the pass. And that's what you want if you're Upper Sandusky. Really good job. Heilman gets down low. He draws the help from Flood. Schoenberger standing there all by himself. He just didn't catch it to be able to finish.
Great vision there by Heilman. He saw that backside player wide open. Beautiful delivery. Schoenberger just couldn't catch it and finish it. It's really, really impressed, tonight with Mohawk. Ahead 50-25. We talked about a little bit before the game. I was excited to see a couple of these teams. I had not seen them yet this season, and Mohawk has been really impressive. The thing that I like most about Mohawk, at least tonight, and what I've seen, is they understand who they are.
Yep.
They understand how they need to play, who needs to get shots, where they need to get shots. They started it from the opening possession on the defensive end. Montgomery gets the ball deep in the post, scores on the first possession for Upper. After that, they have not allowed them to get that deep post touch and that advantage that Upper was trying to exploit.
And if you're looking at the schedule, looking ahead as I am, next Friday night, Upper Sandusky will be right back here again. They'll host Bucyrus. And this Mohawk Warriors team is going to take on Gibsonburg in Mohawk before they go on a brutal stretch of 3 straight away games, 2 of them being at 2 of the top teams in the N10, at Seneca East and at Colonel Crawford, to start off their 2025.
Well, there's a lot of basketball to be played, and we talked about how critical this game was tonight. Upper's going to have to figure some things out, right the ship, need a little bit of help, but they're still going to be hanging around here with just their second league loss. See what they can do. It's only December.
Haynes, 3 ball, short.
I just wasn't ready to shoot it.
But again, it ends up in the hands of Mohawk again, and it's just second effort after second effort. Flood, again, Connor Flood's got 2 more.
Yeah, 4 chances again. It happened earlier where they had a possession with, they had 4 chances, 3 offensive rebounds. That's the second one.
Schoenberger's going to catch it inside. And Connor Flood's just played textbook defense down low tonight. And Connor Flood's just
the difference. He's been a difference maker.
I want to say, and he's pushing 5 blocks, maybe,
probably,
maybe
yeah.
6.
And not only blocks, but how many other shots has he altered?
Great move inside. Gibson. David Gibson's got himself 2 points. Boomer Cleveland brings it up from Mohawk as we are at 1:50 remaining here in the final frame. Looks like they wanted to lob again for Flood. Cleveland catch and shoot 3 ball short. Schoenberger. Montgomery's going to bring it up. Takes it to Justin Heilman. Yet to see Romick take a shot here this evening. Montgomery's going to look to get all the way inside. He'll step through, put it up. No shot, but he'll shoot 2. That's going to go on Hunter Haynes. That's going to be his 4th. So Haynes with 4 fouls, only 2 points on the evening. He came into the evening averaging 15.5. But how about shooting an impressive 52% from beyond the three-point line? He hasn't knocked one down yet tonight.
Yes, but what you like about a senior team like this is scored 2 points. Doesn't have to score. Tonight's not the night. He's got these other guys that are getting it done, so let my buddies get it done.
Yeah, I mean, you got Cam Heyman, who came in averaging 11.5. He's got 20. I think he finished with 21 tonight. Montgomery's going to split the pair. 24-point advantage for Mohawk here in the final frame. We got 1:23 left. Cleveland.
Well, we talked in the pregame about the defensive numbers for Mohawk and what they were holding their opponents to, about 28, 29 points a game. We were curious what would happen against an upper team that put 71 on the board last night against Ontario. Mohawk defense has showed us it's legit.
How about Hayden Parker? And how about our keys to the game tonight? Rebound war and in the paint. Mohawks won both of those battles, and it shows on the scoreboard. Josh Heilman with it now. Schoenberger up top. They're gonna call flood for the body. That one might be just.
That's a nickel dimer.
That's one. He's moving his feet. He did everything right.
Yeah, tough break there, but
that's the 4th on Flood. But it looks like those guys are going to come out.
Got fans here in the Mohawk crowd that give them a standing ovation, and well deserved.
Just short on that shot is number 24 for Upper Sandusky. That's Wyatt Taylor, the junior guard, into the game.
Oh,
he traveled. Hayden Parker tries to get inside. And I think the big thing is we haven't seen Mohawk sub a bunch tonight. Those 5 guys played majority of this game, and they were still going.
And as well as they played, you understand why.
Gibson's got himself cut. 2 more. Gibson up to 4 now. 15 seconds remaining. Hayden Parker with it. Kicks it in the corner. Catch and shoot. Another 3 long. Offensive rebound. How about that? It's number 22, Marty Justin. And that's going to do it. Mohawks going to take it on the road by a final of 56-30. We'll be back for our postgame show and MVP interview after this commercial break.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community, invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up.
Welcome back to Upper Sandusky High School. I'm here with Connor Flood, tonight's Quest Federal Credit Union MVP. Great performance tonight by Connor and the Mohawk Warriors. Impressive 56-30 win over the home Rams. And Connor, we're going to start with the offense tonight. It seemed like you guys just continued to get open shot after open shot.
Yeah, they just helped with our guards, able to drive down the lane, and they found me a bunch of times. Big credit to them, and that was very key to our success tonight.
It was key. And then, when you didn't seem to make shots, you guys really did a good job of crashing the offensive glass. A couple times you couldn't get the offensive rebound, but you just tipped it and kept it alive.
Yeah, Dunn always preaches about that. Is if you can't get it, tip it out to one of the guards, and then we did a pretty good job rebounding, and we didn't panic when we got in traps, and that helped us offensively.
Yeah, they switched up a little bit, started running some traps. You guys seemed to handle that very well. Then the defensive effort, I went on and on during the broadcast about the great defensive effort tonight from the entire team, but specifically from you in the post. Talk about the game plan coming in, because it seemed like you guys knew what the plan was and you executed it to perfection.
Well, we always got to be very disciplined on defense, and with my guy, I knew to sit on his right side so he wouldn't go to his left, and we do a good job communicating, and that's what leads to our defense and steals and make our defense transition to offense.
Well, it definitely worked tonight. I know a huge win here early in the season. You're undefeated. What are you looking at? What are some of the expectations and goals here for this very good Mohawk squad?
Well, our first goal is to make it to win the N10, which I think is very, very obtainable. And go on a deep tournament run here in March.
Well, that sounds good, and the way you guys are playing, it looks like that's something that you guys are going to have a shot at doing. Before we get you out of here, obviously it's the holiday season, all that good stuff, but as always with the OH Report, any shout-outs or special Christmas wishes you want to send out to anybody?
Like to shout out my teammates, give me open looks, my parents, and my girlfriend Lexi.
Sounds great. Once again, Connor Flood, 6'7" senior, had an outstanding night tonight.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. Whether you are looking to open your first checking account, purchase your first home, or grow your business, our team is here to help.
Real people right here in your community invested in your success. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Josh Banks alongside Mark Bollinger back inside Upper Sandusky High School for the Spherion Mid-Ohio post-game show. A dominant 56-30 win on the road for the Upper Sandusky Warriors tonight in N10 play. We're going to get ready to pull up some final stats here, Mark, but, I mean, what else can you say other than defense, defense, defense?
Well, the final score is very surprising coming in. We thought this was going to be an outstanding ball game. But tonight, Mohawk just came into Upper Sandusky and took it to the Rams. Mohawk played very well. Upper Sandusky definitely did not play the way they wanted to play. And because of that, we see a final of 56-30, and the numbers are going to tell the story.
And you're going to see them on your screen right now. Mohawk finishes with 15 twos, 6 threes. How about 32 rebounds, only 10 turnovers, 13 fouls, and they are 8 of 8 from the stripe. On the flip side, Upper Sandusky has 8 twos, 3 3-balls, only 20 rebounds, 18 turnovers, 11 fouls, and they shoot 50% from the stripe. The turnovers and the rebounds are the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, Mohawk plus 12 on the rebounding and then turned it over 8 less times than Upper Sandusky. Led to a lot more possessions, and because of that, they were able to get those possessions. And not only did they get the possessions, but they executed, and they played so well on both ends of the court. Big win tonight for Mohawk.
Let's go ahead and flip screens. Let's take a look at what's upcoming for both of these squads. The Mohawk Warriors will be at home on December 28th to play host to Gibsonburg. That'll be a 7:30 start. And the Bucyrus Redmond will travel here to the mountaintop next Friday. I will be here live and free on coverage of that game for another, now what becomes crucial, N10 contest for the Rams.
Well, for Mohawk, what a great way to go into the Christmas holiday. Another big win, things are going well. You almost wish when you're playing this well that you didn't have to take some time off here. You want to keep those games rolling. And for Upper Sandusky, you just have to turn the page. You have nights where things just don't go your way. Tonight was one of those for Upper Sandusky, but there's a lot of basketball to be played in the N10. There's a lot of basketball to be played possibly in the postseason. Learn from tonight, turn the page, and just make sure you don't play like this the rest of the season.
Mark, it was a great game. Pleasure, as always, to be on the call with you. For my colleague, Mark Bollinger on color, my guy, Brandon Powell on camera.
Heyman's got 2.
I am Josh Banks.
That was just a
Thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the week. We've got live and free coverage all weekend coming into the Christmas holiday. And
Great
hey,
shot.
I'm going to give a shout out
Great
real quick. We'll be in
feed.
Columbus all next weekend for our holiday hoopla.
He's got a mismatch right now. Heilman instead is going to hoist.
And it's going to be a lot of basketball.
And not only is it going to be a lot of basketball, but the quality of those teams, you're talking about state powerhouses. It is going to be a thriller. Make sure you tune in because it is going to be awesome.
Hey, you heard it from this guy right here himself. Hey, thank you again so much, guys, for tuning in. For everybody involved, Adam Thompson that does everything, Brian Skronsky out there, everybody involved with the OH report that allows us to bring you this live and free, our sponsors, Chris.daris, Edward Jones, Kimmel Corporation, Quest Federal Credit Union, Scout Construction, Home and Kitchen Supply, First National Bank of Sycamore, Wilson Tire Company. You guys all allow us to do this, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe. Have an amazing holiday season, and we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon for some girls hoops.
Get a little bit of confidence.
Cleveland. Connor Flood.